Imagine this, you get your salary, keep your benefits, but don't have to work. Sounds amazing, right? That's what many federal workers thought when they received buyout emails. The offer seemed too good to be true. It promised continued pay and benefits until September 30th, all for simply resigning. Over 60,000 federal employees jumped at this supposed early retirement opportunity. They thought they were getting a sweet deal. But were they? This buyout plan, pushed by Elon Musk and Donald Trump, might be setting them up for a rude awakening. This isn't about early retirement, it's about eliminating government jobs. Musk's new Department of Government Efficiency claims this is about saving taxpayer money. They paint a picture of bloated bureaucracy and lazy workers. But this buyout plan isn't about efficiency, it's about dismantling essential government services and leaving hardworking Americans out in the cold. This buyout plan preys on people's hopes and fears. Many federal workers are worried about their jobs. They see this offer as a lifeline. But this lifeline might be attached to a ticking time bomb. Before you click accept on that buyout email, you need to know the truth. This isn't a golden parachute, it's a leap of faith with no safety net. This buyout plan is like a house of cards ready to collapse at the slightest breeze. Why? Because it lacks one crucial thing: legal authority. Congress never approved this plan. That's right, the very people who control the government's purse strings never signed off on this massive expenditure. This raises serious questions about the plan's legality and its enforceability. Imagine going to court to fight for your buyout benefits, only to be told the agreement isn't even valid. It gets worse. Federal judges are already raising red flags. Judge George O'Toole Jr. in Boston has put a temporary block on the program due to legal challenges. This should be a massive warning sign to anyone considering the buyout. If the courts are already questioning the plan's legitimacy, why risk your future on it? The lack of funding is another ticking time bomb. Congress hasn't approved funding for the federal government beyond March 14th. What happens if they don't reach an agreement? The government could shut down. And guess who gets hurt the most? That's right, federal workers. They'll be left without paychecks, without benefits, and potentially without any legal recourse. This buyout plan isn't just legally dubious, it's financially irresponsible. The devil, as they say, is in the details, and this buyout offer is full of devilish little details hidden in the fine print. The Office of Personnel Management, or OPM, sent out a memo trying to reassure workers. They claim the offer is binding, but take a closer look, and you'll find a whole bunch of caveats and loopholes. This isn't a binding agreement, it's a recipe for disaster. One of the biggest red flags is the language around administrative leave. You might think you're free to start your early retirement, but the government can still make you work. The memo states you'll be expected to do transition work before being placed on leave. And here's the kicker, that leave is at the agency's discretion. So you might end up working right up until September 30th, defeating the whole purpose of the buyout. Then there's the issue of waiver of claims. By accepting this buyout, you're essentially giving up your right to sue the government. Let that sink in for a moment. If the government breaks its promise, and let's be honest, there's a good chance they might, you have no legal recourse. You can't sue them for breach of contract, you can't fight for your lost wages or benefits, you're completely at their mercy. Section 4. Voices of caution. Experts sound the alarm. It's not just cynical talk show hosts who are sounding the alarm about this buyout plan. Labor unions, legal experts, and even prominent politicians are urging federal workers to proceed with extreme caution. They see this for what it is, a raw deal designed to exploit vulnerable workers. Labor unions, the very organizations that exist to protect workers' rights, are calling this buyout plan a scam. They're challenging it in court, arguing that it violates federal law and undermines collective bargaining agreements. These unions are on the front lines, fighting for fair treatment and fair compensation for their members. When they speak out against something this forcefully, it's time to pay attention. Legal experts aren't mincing words either. Deborah D'Agostino and Tom Spiegel, both highly respected employment lawyers, have publicly stated that the enforceability of this buyout plan is highly questionable. They're urging federal workers to seek independent legal counsel before even considering this offer. Don't just take the government's word for it. Get a second opinion from someone who has your best interests at heart. Section 5. Don't be a pawn, protect your future. Your livelihood, your financial security, your future, these are not things to gamble with. This buyout offer might seem tempting, but it's a gamble with incredibly high stakes. Before you make any decisions, take these steps to protect yourself and your future. First and foremost, do not make a rushed decision. This is not a limited time offer. You don't have to click accept today. Take your time, do your research, talk to experts. The more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to make the right choice for you and your family. Second, seek legal counsel immediately. Find an employment lawyer who specializes in federal employment law. They can review the buyout offer with you, explain your rights, and help you understand the potential risks and consequences. Remember, this is a legal contract. Don't sign anything without fully understanding what you're agreeing to. Section 6. United we stand. Knowledge is power. This buyout plan is a stark reminder that knowledge is power. The more you know about your rights, the better equipped you'll be to protect yourself from exploitation. Don't rely on social media or word of mouth for information. Seek out reliable sources like labor unions, legal experts, and reputable news outlets. Contact your union representatives. They have up-to-date information about the buyout plan and the ongoing legal challenges. They can provide guidance and support during this uncertain time. Remember, you're not alone in this. Thousands of federal workers are facing the same difficult decisions. By uniting and sharing information, you can help each other make informed choices. This buyout plan might be a cynical attempt to gut the federal workforce, but it doesn't have to be the end of the story. By staying informed, connecting with each other, and fighting for your rights, you can weather this storm. Remember, the future of our country depends on a strong and protected civil service. Don't let them take that away from you. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more updates and support.